Right, Andrew?
Come on, Jay, lad.
After the success of the last one,
It was good in that.
What did Rich call it? I thought he was very generous calling it the ultimate match plan.
Ultimate.
But yeah, our match plan. Last one we did, Silver's shallow sort of lake on Drumble.
I felt as though I'd kick you off a bit early because I really wanted to go. It was amazing, wasn't it?
You did, it was
Sorry,
good.
Jay,
This could be like that again today.
Oh, yeah, let's get on.
We'll see. But today, we're doing the next one. Next sort of thing.
Yeah.
We're at Weston. Sadly, it's got its winter head on, hasn't it? Look at it. Everywhere's gone sad.
This is the start of it now, Jay, isn't it? Obviously, next week, like -3s and -4s, so it's proper get ready
I don't want it.
It's feeling cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
But I mean,
changed.
no, we need it because the carps are still a bit...
It is. Knock them off this little match. But
Yeah,
it just
boy.
looks a bit wintry. So, because of that, we're going to do a wintry F1 sort of
Yes.
thing. You know what I mean? Very typical of this time of year. What we're on now? Middle of November nearly. Everywhere's stocking fish.
Yeah.
It seems to be the thing that people do now to December. Venues stock it with stockies, little stocky carp or F1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, these venues, Tunnel Barn, here, everywhere, wax viewing, don't they? And it changes your match, how you've got to fish your match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into the carpy one today. Today is going to be all about F1s, so I'm going to try and not dob. It's going to be a feeding day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but assuming it's rock bottom still really
Because
hard.
these stockies are, doesn't matter how cold it goes, they will feed.
They'll feed
They
to
come
begin
from that
with.
environment, folks, where they're getting used to feed, so you will catch them.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's not sustained, is it?
No.
Might get a little babby run on them.
No. The way your match tends to work on commercials now, if the stockies have been introduced, or maybe not, a Tunnel Barn as well on certain pegs, even without stockies, I'd still start not dobbing. Because dobbing's become a weird thing for me. It always used to be, start dobbing, don't upset your peg. I think for carp, yes, because you might never come off it with carp.
Yeah,
Because they don't eat all day most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right for F1s to begin with. If there's some different venues are different, of course they are. But there's so many venues now that I'd rather start on pellets and then dob.
Yeah.
It's often that cold, when you first start and it's freezing, dobbing often doesn't work. It often kicks in sort of dinner time onwards, when you get a bit of sun, when things change.
Yeah.
I find that dobbing's so much better then now for F1s. So you're better off feeding. Yeah, I've done it loads. Top pool at Tunnel Barn, massive example, extension. I start on pellets, even for big fish. Excuse me, be really, really patient. You catch a few and then dob after that.
Right.
Because you have that horrible window, the second hour, maybe third hour, depends how long your little fish last, when you don't catch feeding.
Yeah, nothing much happening.
And that's when you're probably best dobbing. So don't miss your little feeding window at the start, potentially. Obviously, it changes every day.
Yeah.
This is a very generic, I had one then.
Go on, if you
Something happening. A very generic plan, obviously, in it. What the percentages you get more time than you don't.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so that's what it's going to be about today. It's going to be about starting off feeding, getting them stockies in your peg, and then I want to talk about plumbing up and things like that. Not just how I plumb up.
What do you mean once you've had your little run, you caught a few fish,
Yeah,
put
the
them back
way
on?
I look after my peg when I get to my peg. I get to my peg, the last thing I want to do, I hate it beyond belief, is swinging a plummet all over my peg and plumbing up 10
At the
different
start,
lines.
you mean, before you get going?
Yeah, summer sound. This time, I don't want to upset them.
I suppose it comes
Plumb
down
one.
to the same as like when you ledger bomb fish, you'll never chuck a bomb in, will you?
No, don't upset them. Don't annoy the fish. So just go in and sneak it in.
Yeah.
Am I going to do it? I'll do it. I mean, I won't. We've already plumbed up the initial line. I'm not going to plumb it up for the video today. I'm going to plumb up another line once I've caught some on it. You know what I mean?
Right,
I've
okay.
got a line plumbed up already, just in front of me, nice. A bit further away than what I normally do. Even though it's stockies, I don't want to try and catch them there.
Yeah.
It's winter, everything's away.
Yeah.
Yeah, get away from yourself. It creates more confidence and a quicker response than trying to bring them there. Yeah.
Are you going to talk
Not like
about
the
what
summer.
can potentially happen going into the last hour though?
Yeah, of course we are. We're going to
We're
talk
going to
about
do that as well,
that.
aren't
Yeah,
we?
your peg changes because stockies don't last.
Yeah. And that's when we can talk about
That's a
these
rule.
old bigger, wiser, craftier fish coming in when the light levels start to go and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ultimate match plan, isn't it, J-Lab?
Ultimate match plan
Love
of
it.
catching stockies and F1s. A lot of lively wildlife, isn't there, today?
Yeah, there is.
The ducks are on one. So yeah, there we go. Let's spin it round. We're going to go straight into the fishing.
I won't go.
Well, we can have a go.
I'll go.
So, onto the fishing, onto the good bit.
Go on,
Yeah. I'm
J-Lad!
going to do a very, very quickie rig bit. Very, very, very quickie rig bit.
Just pick it up and put it down. Do it that quick.
There's the
Put
rig.
it down.
Right. No, positive.
Yeah.
It's about pellets, it's about stockies or F1s, little fish in general.
Yeah.
The little buggers don't move. Yeah.
Yes, I like
They
that.
eat your bait and they sit there like that, carry on eating bait.
It's like num 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 num.
Yeah, they're not moving around your peg very much. They often just sit there and there's one on.
Yeah.
So I need magnified bites. Been over this a billion times. But even though I've only got 4.5 foot, yeah, I picked the wrong rig up. Even though I've
Oh,
only got-
Jamie,
even though I've
call
only
yourself a professional. Honestly, folks.
Even though I've only got
Shocking.
4.5 foot. I have got 4.5 foot right on me joiny bit.
Yeah, boy.
Big float, 0.75 float.
What?
Mega, loads of shot.
That's a lot, J-Log.
Loads of shot. Big shot down bottom as well. Spoke about this with pellets. I'm setting traps. Yeah, they're only in a tiny little area. My bait's going to be on a bait box lid. Really tight. Fish aren't moving. I need to show my bites up.
So
and I
you
need
need
it
to
to be
like
stable.
magnify everything, right? Okay. So
Yeah.
it's very similar to like your skimmery rigs, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
So top end, elastics all the same.
Yeah.
Matty put me onto this sort of thing, being more positive. Back in day, I'd have fished stupidly like this time of year for stockies and that.
Sixes and
Single
stuff like
six
that.
even. I'd use it. Doesn't get job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want bigger hooks and you want proper
Do you
elastics.
almost think, obviously, for these stockies as well, because the mouths are so soft, and you do lose the odd one, that you want to set that hook better?
Maybe a little bit. But it's about optimising the window. It's about catching 15 instead of 10.
Oh, right, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, catch as many as you can without being erratic and nasty,
Yeah.
just being positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got
What
our
size?
1.6 on, still proper elastic.
8 to 10?
Yeah, it's about that, isn't it?
Something like
1.6, don't
Yeah.
mess about with things.
Yeah, I like that.
It is what it is.
You animal, Jamie.
Yeah, proper big back shot on. Talk
Yeah.
about that all the time, keep things nice. But bottom end,
Yeah.
stupidly positive. Yeah, literally all number 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number 8s.
Go on, Jamie.
As positive it gets with the first one on my hook length loops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've only got 4 inches to move. It's a bit snotty and a bit slimy. Before the show bite up. Yeah, and I've got a 16 hook on as well. Proper
Right,
16, light gauge wire, but a 16 still.
0.10?
Oh, yeah, still 0.10.
Yeah.
Silverfish make you think differently, don't they, about what you can land.
Oh, like when you're up in the car.
Oh, mate,
just
we're
ridiculous.
landing 8 and 10 pounders regular on
Easy,
0.10,
yeah.
pulling the brains out.
Yeah.
0.10.
Yeah, I like that.
Just
That's
to get you
nice,
more bites
positive.
on it.
That's angry, that. I
So
like that.
it is really positive. And
Yeah.
I'm cheating in this case because we've already fed the peg. Yeah, I've put some bait in the peg to make things happen. It's to speed things up, innit?
Yeah, of course it is.
You know what I mean? What I'd have done, I'd have started my peg with a cup, with big pot still, weirdly. Yeah, and I put a little bit of crush with a few micros in it.
So this is you starting off now, match conditions, you're feeding it, and you're getting straight on it,
I've fed that. Yeah, I fed a bit of a ball to make things happen.
And
The
how-
crush, massive.
Other swims, what are you? You're just feeding one swim, or you're going to fish it straight away?
Plumbed up one swim as well.
Right.
Yeah, I've got my rigs ready.
Yeah.
I've got my short maggot swim ready.
Yeah.
And I've got my
But you're not going in plumbing now.
long
This is
maggot.
what you
I have
touched on
actually
before,
plumbed.
wasn't
I tell a lie, I plumbed my short maggot swim there.
Plumbing lying against you, folks.
Because that's not going to affect anything.
Yeah.
But I've only plumbed up one pellet swim and I've gone further away from myself. Yeah, using the distance, going to, what have I gone? 11 metres. I've gone to 10 metres nearly.
Yeah.
I don't want to start short. I want to be out there because I'll get a quicker response.
Yeah.
Yeah, get away from myself, something will happen
That,
faster.
all that's for later on, isn't it?
Yeah,
Later in the day,
definitely.
potentially.
Use that later, maybe. So that's what I've fed to start with. 50% crush, 50% micros.
Yeah.
The crush is the magic potion in it for stockies. They
Ridiculous.
absolutely love it and
Yeah.
they is straight on it.
Adore it.
But it makes come off bottom. So don't feed it too often. I'm just going to use it for an attraction thing.
Get fish there.
Micros to catch fish. So
Yeah.
I put that in. 10 minutes ago, I put some crush in. Yeah, which is about perfect sort of timing to let something happen. So I'm going to go straight into where we're fishing. You don't see no signs, no bubbles, nothing. And put a 4mm expander on. So stockies, I like a big expander, I like a 4.
Yeah.
Because I want it to get job done. I told a lie as well. I said I put a 16 hook on. Oh no, I have put a 16 hook on.
Go on, 16s.
Yeah. So straight in, sinky expander, and I'm just going to feed some micros to start. Half a cup, which is about 15 micros. Yeah, they're just fishery, Weston Pools fishery ones. Oh, what are we feeding?
Oh, I've got to feed the robins.
Feeding the robin. Yeah,
Right, okay.
fishery micros, get them in, make
Yeah.
something happen. These little things eat.
They do, don't
will
they?
be
Yeah.
straight on it. It's about catching as many as you can off your original line, off your first line. Your first one's always best.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I'm going right in there, bait in, rig in, hold him out, let it all straighten up. And pull it tight, create me curve so I can see a bite, because the bites are rubbish. Yeah, little ones, as say, they don't move as much. And I want to see how quickly they're on that bait. So we've had a bit of a window while we've been talking. They've either been in and ate on my bait or they're not happy, but we'll see, something will happen pretty quick. And I say I've only plumbed up that one place to fish pellets.
With
Yeah.
regards to, obviously, you know, the bites are so bad, Jay, would you ever consider lifting and dropping?
Yeah, for these I would.
Right, okay, nice.
For these little ones I really would,
Yeah.
just to make something happen.
Yeah,
It's not like big, I don't want to,
yeah.
but I would move my rig about a bit if I need to. So yeah, why, you always want to be lifting and dropping, why? You just like wiggling it about.
Just a nightmare, I just...
I'm going to wait till this dies down with this ripple that this more end's just done, and then I'm going to move my rig about. But yeah, one line I've got, that's it.
Right,
And I've not
yeah.
fed anywhere else my peg.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not feeding me maggot line, I'm not feeding nothing gets fed. Just that, because I want everything on that line. Yeah, and you do find that with other baits, by starting on maggots or anything like that, you don't have the response you want. I think my float moved a bit then. Let me put that in again. What am I about? Yeah, with other baits, if you feed maggots, new fish don't have as much interest in maggots as they do pellets.
How often has it been, Jay, when obviously you go to these venues that are stock brand new fish, you don't even get a bite on maggots because they don't know what it is. They've never seen it before.
It takes them a little while, doesn't it, to associate them with food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that moved then.
That's
see what the bite was like then?
There's no bite.
Didn't even move.
I'd have left that and let it develop, Jay.
Yeah. We'll see about being positive as well.
Like, ridiculous.
Yeah, proper Alazzi, ship back, boom.
Noticeable that was on that as you dropped it back through again, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
straight back in, it's watched it, hasn't it?
That's
but
mad, that bite.
The bite doesn't even move, does it?
I wouldn't have stuck on that, mate.
I'm being a bit wimpy. I'll start pulling them harder in a bit. Yeah, this is a new stocky as well. So Weston have put carp in this time, which I'm loving.
I know, it's mint in there. I always...
Normally it's F1s, but they put carp in this year.
I always prefer carp getting stock more.
They're pretty, aren't they?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So they're like...
Oh, Jay.
You don't get prettier than that. Well, you do, but...
Stunner.
He's a good one, and he's bang on, right where we want him to be.
Like a proper mirror. It's not even an F2, that.
You're going to give me 8 and 9.5.
Yeah. Nah,
but bang on.
That's in the 9s, mate. 9.2 him. Fair play. Do you just carry it? Would you feed every go in now as well? Because these fish, folks, what you've got to bear in mind, they've come from a fish farm straight into a lake that they do want to eat.
They are eating machines. Not like for old big F1s where I'd be feeding like 2 micros just for a bit of smell. Yeah, for these they're getting 15 every go.
Yeah, boy.
Because they're at them. Them pellets aren't there anymore. And I bet you I get a bite even quicker now that they've found me bait.
And there's no sort of like time scale with this, is there, Jay? Some days you'll be on these for like 2-3 hours something.
Yeah, it's about being efficient, isn't it?
Yeah.
So no messing about, tap your bait in. I don't know why as well, little ones are so much nicer in staying on the bottom.
Rather than wanting to come off bottom and...
Yeah, they don't come and intercept. They learn how to do that later on by the older ones teach them and they turn into right pains in the arse.
Yes, just for shallow.
Well, that's for a year's time.
Oh, Jay! You're right, mate.
You won't
worry, folks. He knows, doesn't he?
Straight on the bite.
Amazing.
But now it's making the most of it, innit?
So you're
not being
this
erratic.
Is why you have gear like this now, isn't it?
Yeah, proper gear. This is Matty's influence. Don't dick about.
Yeah.
Get them on. This might be an F1.
Don't they look like a weird colour in that, the water?
It's very blue. He's an F1 now.
Is that F1?
He's put a bit of both in, I think.
But they're still a good stamp though, aren't they?
Yeah, what are they? You going to give me a pound?
I'd say 10 ounce, but...
Oh, nasty, you.
I've never been good. Never been good at estimating.
He's hitting the bar. He's like 14 now.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So you're feeding every time?
I might not now, just to speed myself up.
I suppose it'll give you what's it, wouldn't it? You see.
I'm going to see if I can get away with it that quick.
Yeah. That might be still getting num
enough to maybe get two, but if I don't, then I will very, very quickly feed.
Like literally within 90 seconds because how quick that one was,
Yeah, a minute.
Like,
if I ain't had a bite within a minute, then I'm coming back and I'm feeding again.
Flipping heck. So what we do now, just try and get away with one feed off 2 fish?
2 fish now, innit?
This is amazing, isn't it? I want to go, folks. I want to go.
How good's that? This one's a big one, look.
Hey up.
They're dead erratic, aren't they?
It's just going to be a carp.
But you've got to be, because they're so erratic, you've got to be smooth with them.
Yeah.
Otherwise you lose them.
That's noticeable, they have got soft mouths, isn't it?
Oh, mate, proper. Another F1.
Do like 4 mouth. You be in the trees here, Richard, but no good for you, mate. Get his rig back out though, won't he?
Yeah, he'd save it.
Peas in the pod,
There's already a rig up there. Rich has been on this peg. Yeah, peas in the pod, but you can catch them very quick.
So you've got to make, as you said, window opportunity, you've got to make the most of it.
Massive.
What do you reckon? One more, and then we'll talk through what can happen. Obviously, it's not going to. We'll carry on with these.
See how good it is. No, I'm liking how it is. So let's see what changes. Yeah.
What about if you start foul? That'll be all down to your feeding when you start foul looking and milking them around the mouth and stuff like that.
It's just too much bait in your peg, isn't it?
It's what, mate?
Too much bait in your peg if you start foul looking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're eating everything.
Folks.
So you've just got to keep it nice. The only other thing I might change is how I feed my micros.
Show us how much you're feeding next time, Jay.
Yeah.
Like, you're not putting hardly anything I can see from here, folks, but it'd be interesting to show you.
Yeah, not a lot of bait.
See, I was still eating your bait, that one was, wasn't it?
My bite happens though. That's because my rig's so big. Yeah, if we had a little diddy rig,
yeah, you wouldn't see him properly.
Wouldn't see them bites that fast. And it just makes you so quick.
It's freezing cold, folks, and look at it.
Horrible. I don't like them. They're freezing. That one's a bit smaller.
So we don't need to feed here, but just show us how much you're feeding.
This cast, what's going in?
Yeah.
I told you 15 micro pellets. You're gonna make me feed, aren't you? Even though I don't want to. Come on. So I'm putting that many in.
And what you do, you put them in loose, didn't you?
Pinch like that.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's half of one of my little Diddy Matrix pots.
Yeah.
And you're squeezing them in.
1 minute.
Which is enough to keep them going. And this time I'm not going to feed this gas because I don't want it. Even though I filled my pot.
Yeah.
Just to make one there even quicker. Yeah.
See, if it, like, I wouldn't have fished nowhere near as positive as this, and I'd have been catching fish, and I'd think it's quick enough, but then, obviously the likes of you, Matty, fishing that a little bit more positive, heavy elastic. Look,
yeah.
Just gets job done a lot. And now you feed
me bait.
Yeah. Yes.
Only time I do that is feed me bait after with catching little stockies. Oh, nobody
likes to see that. But yeah, that's mad. Just that little change in your rig. You know, it's an extra like 10, 15, 20 fish in it.
It's quick, innit?
You're like, you think, yeah, catching quick. But it just shows you, folks.
Yeah, for having a big, massive rig, you save time settling.
Yeah.
When your rig goes in.
I'd be thinking, like, because it's cold, getting a nice slow foley rig, 412.
It's never
410.
ever right with pellets, is it?
Never.
Ever. It's about magnification. Because they're there. You've seen all my bites. Well, the last 2 have been lifts.
Yeah, man.
If I didn't have that number 8 on my hook length, yeah, how black's it? It's absolutely rigid, isn't it? If I didn't have that number 8 on my hook length, I wouldn't see a bite. Or I'd take 3 or 4 seconds longer to see the bite.
Yeah.
And that's every single fish. It adds up, doesn't it? All F1s.
Oh. Yeah, it's proper. And it's nice, isn't it? You're not getting any of them little, like, pokey back. It's just nice.
So never using the discordia. Every single one.
Yeah.
Bang on. It is lovely and quick. So, just going to nail one more.
Fast forward, yeah.
Yeah, so to nail one more, so I'm happy.
But
and what I want to do next is plan my next move.
Never come off it.
No, you just literally wade through, think about your feeding, and keep on catching as efficiently as you can until you run out.
Yeah.
And it's a flipping light switch, isn't it? It goes dump, and you don't catch one.
Definitely.
Or it goes bit slower, gone.
Yeah.
That's how quickly they literally stop. So I'm just going to nail one more. So I've not fed, I probably should. Oh, no, I did, I fed after after I hooked that one, so there's bait in my peg. Taking a bit longer, but I'll get one in a sec. Yeah, just for you, and
yeah, boy. You watch how quick this is now,
just
folks.
for you.
Like, literally now. And away we go. See what I mean?
For little ones, you get away with it, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I love it.
That's what I was after, is one concentration of many, many fish in one area.
Oh, nobody.
Nobody.
This is what we mean about these soft mouth fish.
Yeah, they're in the mouth, they're all proper.
Oh, yeah.
They're just falling out. But, right, I'm going to assume they've gone dead.
Right, yeah.
And I've run out. And I've lost my plummet. You see him?
Go on a plummet.
You got him? Here he is. So, I've got to start a new one. I say I've not plumbed up anywhere other than where I'm fishing.
Yeah.
It's the only spot I've even chosen.
How would you go? Are you assuming that the stockers have just like I've taken a bit of a battering, so they swam off in a bit of a group, you're finding them again?
Bit of both.
You're not changing bait or anything like that?
That area's become a danger area. You've almost got to find a new group of them maybe.
Right.
So I'm just going to pick another one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really easy. Am I alright with that, Richard?
Exactly the same feeding. You're still fishing pellets, still feeding them and all that.
Exactly the same. What I'd like to do is plumb about and find somewhere the same depth, ideally, because I know that depth's been right. But for today, I'm going to go there because I can see that beautifully.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and Rich can see it beautifully. So I'm just going to come down and change my float because it doesn't matter. Oh, there's a white duck behind us.
Go on, the ducks.
Look at the pretty white one. So I'm going to re-plumb up. And ideally, what I do is go back to my original line. I feed this, go back to my original line.
Yeah.
Catch one more there, even if I have to wait 5 minutes, great. Then I'd go on this.
Waiting for this to settle kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't want the pause in them finding it.
Yeah.
So if I thought I could maybe eke... That was a big fish then. If I could eke out one more, I'd do so. But we don't need to today, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, plumbed up perfect. Middle of my body.
Yeah, lovely.
All tight. Everything's very, very, very tight.
Very tight.
Very, very tight.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, just while I'm dicking about, just to give myself a
just going to go in, just how we started off there originally, yeah?
Half as much.
Half as much.
Because I'm not expecting to catch anywhere near as many fish this time. Yeah, I've caught my initial burst of maybe 20 pounder stockies. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm after now is a bit of a round 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it might be a round 2. I might end up with a round 3. There's a limit to it where they'll stop. I think your initial one's always your best.
Yeah.
Your second one's ticks over a few. Sometimes you can get a third. Often you can't. Today we're going to assume we can't. and what we do next. So fed that bait. Like I say, what I do now is go and sit on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Try and catch one. But what you do seem to find is they don't come back.
Once you've been clattered.
Once you've had a clatter in,
Yeah.
they're done. Yeah, and you don't catch original bigger fish there either.
Still
later
fizzing
on.
on that one.
Yeah, they're still on that. You know what I mean? They're very much still on that. So straight on this, no editing involved.
Yeah, boy.
Timing is what you lot have been watching. Just to see how quickly they find that, whether they're on it or not. I say they probably find this a bit quicker today than what they would in a match, because I've not clattered them as much as they want to be on that first one.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance of getting a quick response on this. I've actually put some in my pot just to get a little bit of bait falling through as well, to get a bit more attraction, to make things happen faster. So straight in, dumph, dumph, dumph. Let's see how quickly they take on that. So I'd expect a fast response. If you don't get a bite within, flipping heck, 5 to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
it isn't going to happen.
So you're not going to come back in that time and feed it again, Jay? No.
No,
Just
definitely not. If I don't get a bite quickly, because I've gone straight on it,
Yeah.
or very close to straight on it within 5 minutes, and then I've tapped a few when I've gone in as well, assuming that I've. Yeah, do we have an indication then?
Yeah.
Yeah, assuming that I've been over there, caught one, then gone back to it,
Yeah.
or I put time in there. Give it time to settle. I feed when I go in, just to cover the have they eaten it all thing. Not with a lot, with like 10. Yeah, I was fishing on that straight away.
Then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So I'm happy. But if I feed when I go on it and nothing happens for 5 to 10 minutes, it ain't happening.
Right.
Yeah. The bigger fish don't want to eat pellets, the bigger, older fish, so they don't come to it, and the stockies have had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's none left in your peg, or you've upset them that much that they've left your peg. So this just needs time to settle a little bit. So those 2 indications I've had were not bites, because my rig's so big and heavy, it shows them up. Yeah, I've talked about this loads, with magnifying bites, with the big shot and all that.
Yeah.
Keeping it still. All that was wobbles, fish moving through, excuse me, and move me rig a little bit. Yeah, just for you again.
Go on, Jay lad. You know, mate. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1, and away.
Don't know, I thought
Oh,
we'd be on
Jay
that a
lad.
bit quicker. It surprised me a bit. Oh yeah, it's moving.
Yeah.
There is some there, but not anywhere near the numbers that were on that. But maybe that's because the time in between feeding. Yeah, there's one on it now. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, eat it, you little buggers. They're definitely there. The only thing I could have done here is plumbed right on top of the lily bed, because there's a few of them about here. But we'll be all right. So I'm not liking my rig now, because I've lifted and dropped it. I don't know where my bait is anymore, so I want to do that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
my water today is moving that way. That's where I want my curve to happen. So, but this is going to be the last one. Yeah, that's had it on the way in. Nothing on the end.
Yeah.
This is going to be my last one on pellets for this.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I would try and get another one if it were a match, but
Yeah.
no, for today it's 2 we're going to use, and then we're going to assume we're a couple of hours in then,
Yeah.
which very likely we would be. And I've got to target different fish. Yeah, I've got to try and catch original fish. I may even have to catch silverfish. Who
So-
knows what?
Obviously, this is when maggots come into play.
Yeah, this is where either
You're still going to tap a few macros in, though, Jay?
no.
No. Just pure maggot.
Literally, it's tunnel was the one for it. It used to literally be 2 hours on pellets, 3 hours on maggots. That
Oh,
was
really?
the rule.
Right.
Yeah, me and Matty used to travel together, and that'd be what we said. That's a bit of bread fishing in the middle at some point,
Yeah.
but definitely first 2 hours on pellets, and then they're just not good.
Yeah.
They're not right for, you can't be aggressive enough with them for old fish. So this amazed me, this hasn't happened.
There's been fish there, aren't there?
Yeah, the things happen, but I ain't caught one. It's just really surprising whether I dragged them all there, which could have been the way,
Yeah.
clatter them and then they're gone. So I'm close here to aborting. The only thing that's got me keen is that I've seen 2 or 3 indications. That's got me
Definitely
like,
had signs on your float.
yeah, I may give it another feed because of that.
Yeah.
Seeing a bit of it, see the
Yeah,
bubble
there's a
just
bubble
past
there.
it then. So it does show signs that there's been fish in the area.
Just takes one there, don't it, to call the mates over.
Just
Come on,
need that little
boys. Some
spark,
bait
yeah.
over here.
I'll get one. I'll see another indication
Something
then.
happened then, didn't it? Yeah.
Again, not a bite though.
No.
That was just a fish. It wouldn't surprise me here to
Go
catch
on,
an
Jay
original
lad.
fish. I mean, this could be a big old one, this, because it took so long. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a big fish. I'm frightened to death of lily pads.
Have you found the nest of great big wobblers?
It's, do you know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
This might be why I didn't get a bite.
Yo.
The stockies weren't in there. And weirdly, right, I've got to almost say this, we'd had a sneaky go
Yeah.
on the other line before we started, checked there was some fish there.
Big in
And the
away,
first
wasn't it?
fish on that was also a big fish.
This is that big one, or
This
is
is
it
another
carp?
one, yeah. This is an F1 or a carp, isn't it? It's not a stocky, is it? Unless it's foul up, but it's not. It's a great
No,
big
it's
old
not
one.
far looked.
Exactly the same as the original line. Yeah, big one to start. It'd be mad if I go in and catch a stocky now.
Oh, beautiful. Should be leaving these for the maggots at the end. Jamie.
It is,
Oh,
isn't it?
look at them, Jamie!
Originals. But
They are stunners, man.
that ain't no coincidence either, though. That
No, mate.
happens loads of big fish first cast. So he's old schooler,
Oh, yes.
isn't he?
I reckon you caught him when
He's
he was
an
4
original,
ounce,
isn't he?
didn't
Oh, I
you?
might have. Back in day.
Beautiful, J lad.
But it is, that's 3 stockies, isn't it? 4 stockies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, see what happens then.
Remember them, Rich? You've had lots of dealings with them this weekend, haven't you? Willa leaves.
No, he's not had any in his bloody peg.
Did he not have any? All in your peg?
It's like this in his peg. All in mine.
Right, let's have a
It'll
look.
be interesting to see what happens now. I'll put a bit of bait in. I reckon you'll get a stocky straight
I
away
reckon
again.
they will. It is mad how often that happens, isn't it? One big old one.
Yeah.
But you never catch like 10 big old ones. Why not?
Do you reckon they just sit out of the way and then just... Well, they do. They sit out of the way and then they're drawn in the last hour or 2 hours, aren't
Maybe,
they?
yeah. Yeah, you just sneak them. It's almost how we used to fish for them. By making new lines and catching 1 or 2 and 1 or 2 when the
that was the
stockies
thing,
weren't
wasn't it?
there.
Put plummet on, like, literally catch 2 or 3, put plummet on, a metre to the left, metre to the right, wasn't it?
Yeah?
That's how it used to be.
So, going in,
Yeah, it'll
feed
be
me bait.
interesting, this now. Doink.
So, no crush. Crush is only ever the initial attractor because it
I
just
reckon
causes
them
issues.
indications have been that same fish all the time, wouldn't it?
Maybe, or a little
wobbling
gang
around.
of them. You knew something were coming because
Yeah,
you
man.
kept seeing little bubbles and... See how fast them little ones find this.
Cool.
Andrew, my hands are all chilly. I don't like it.
I've
Winter's
sat on
coming.
mine, mate. That cold. Ooh, yeah.
That was stocky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just different. Just... It's positive. The bites are so distinguishable from the movements, aren't they?
Yeah.
The little movements are dead obvious. The little
Oh, yeah.
wobbly things.
Another one then, wasn't there?
Whereas the bites are
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
On.
Isn't it? Little
There we go.
stocky.
That's it. They found it now.
Mad.
Simple as that they're on it. And now
Yeah.
you can have another run. So today it'd be longer. We're not going to do it, but it'd be longer because we've not clattered them and because it's just us.
Yeah.
So this peg could easily be absolutely rigid with them.
There's no like right and wrong with what we're saying. It's literally you get your first run until it dies, open
Yeah.
up another swim.
Don't come off it and then start another one.
Yeah, like that.
We're going to catch one more on it just to show that they'll be on it. And then we're going to assume that we've caught them all, even though we very much haven't.
Stunning little things, them. They're
They are.
good, isn't it? A good
They're like-
size, them.
Little fat brand.
Oh,
Look at them.
beautiful.
They're a pound, them. Easy. Look at that. Little humpty ones. He's going to be massive when he's older, aren't he? Look at that. You give me 10? Nearly.
9.7, mate. Sorry.
0.7. One more on pellets because then I can stop putting my hands in this water. And I'd keep on feeding it for a couple of casts just to make something happen,
Right.
just to get it to as good as that was.
Yeah.
And then I'd chill out a bit.
You'd never go back with putting crush in again.
No. Doesn't seem to work.
I think it just draws them off and
Yeah.
just complicates things a bit
An
too
initial
much.
thing for me.
Right.
It never has that in, but you only draw them in once.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they come in
And
and then they're in.
Yeah.
And then when they're gone, these ones.
Bit of saying, ooh.
Single. So one more, and like I said, hopefully I'm a couple of hours into the match now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even if it was an hour in, it wouldn't matter. And that, in fact, I won't talk about that.
You're on your second net already now, aren't you?
We're
That's what you'll
bagging,
be on
aren't we?
with.
We're bagging with them. There's even signs. There's like bubbles and all sorts
Oh,
happening.
yes.
Which, yeah, there's a lot of little mouths down there. So it's not quite as good as that one yet, though.
No.
But your second one never is it? It's always a
No.
little bit slower and a bit sluggish. It's just ticking over. I'd say when it comes to stockies, you're going to catch 70% on your first one, and then maybe 30% on your second line.
Yeah.
You having that?
Yeah.
It's about right, innit?
Catch what you can, innit? Wow.
It's in me peg. So this is what we're on about is standard open watery. So the only thing that would change it on its head completely would be if you had a feature in your peg. If you've got a lily bed or a big tree or a big
Right.
reed bed, you could catch them all flipping day long,
Yeah.
couldn't you?
Yeah, they naturally want to go to cover like that,
Yeah.
don't they?
Then it's completely different. In this situation, though, they do change.
Oh,
See how it's all
oh.
scatty?
Yeah, boy.
So don't strike till it's a positive. Yeah.
Oh,
proper
yes.
one, and then lift up, and he's on. Beautiful. Oh, this might be a carp. He's wobbling a
I was
bit.
going to say goldfish, then, mate.
It's
That's
very-
what goldfish do. There's got to be some goldfish in amongst them.
Yeah.
Got to be.
So you just take me time with it. I don't want to rag him in because he's so high in the water. They're the ones that pop off.
It's going to fall off this
Is it a
one.
skin
Jay.
bob? No, he's a little F1.
Fall
So
off.
take me time, land it.
Always
Beautiful.
fall off these. Oh. Well done, Jay,
So,
lad.
stocky fishing done.
Right,
Yeah.
so that's like, 2.5 hours into, well, whatever. There's no right and wrong with
Who
it.
knows?
Is
Who knows how long's it last?
there? Right, so next move then, Jay, lad.
Next move would be dobbing.
And you've not fed maggots anywhere yet, have you?
No, not fed anything in my pack.
Nope. Dobbing.
Yeah. Dobbing would
Okay.
potentially be the next move. Once I've clattered me things. Not going to do it today because we've covered that 3 billion times.
Yeah.
But I'd dob.
Just to
Yeah.
cover.
If I had cover, if it was open water, then I wouldn't. Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
have a
but-
feed.
So you're open water, this is what you'd be doing, what we're doing next, yeah?
Oh yeah, we're going to pull some cold. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't dob. I'm not going to dob. I would dob. I'm going to fish maggots instead, but delicate maggots.
Yeah.
Yeah, not feeding loads of bait. I'm looking for old fish.
So you're not picking catapult
No,
or anything like that?
definitely not. So what I'd be looking for, if it was completely open water, I'd be looking for depth differences, ideally some shallow water.
Yeah.
Even if it only came up that much,
Yeah.
I'd be looking for a bit of shallowness further out.
Right.
Yeah, because that's where they'll congregate, they'll sit around it. Here today we've got the end of the island.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a weird island. It's not like a Snake Lake one with a slope. I've got that touching it.
It's flat, isn't it? Right.
Yeah,
against it.
it's as deep there as it is flipping here. So
Yeah.
it's the same sort of thing. But I've swapped to a very, very, very delicate rig. Yeah, I've got a 0.2 carbon. Me whizzing down. I'm freezing, like actually freezing. Yeah, I've got a 0.2 carbon. Yeah. Same elastic, still want to get job done. All it takes is 4 number 10s. So stupidly slow fall for me maggot. So I almost am dobbing, but I'm not. Yeah, and I'm going to impale 1 or 2.
Got to go 2, ain't you?
I don't know, I'm in the 1 gang, I think.
What hooks in that are you on?
I've got an 18 on.
18s?
Yeah, 18, fine wire hook. I am going
Yeah.
to put 1 on because it is that delicate in it.
Just normal or you side hooking it, Jay?
Just normal
normal.
to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm literally going to tap in 10 maggots. So all it's got, 10 maggots, nice decent pot, so they go in. I'm not worrying about shaking them in or anything. I want them in 1.
Yeah. In 1.
Should have really put my poles together, but I didn't.
So obviously, after these swims have died, you go. That's when you pick plummet up, go and find your spot, and then you're coming back and doing what we're doing now.
But
yeah?
this swim's had no prep,
No.
nothing.
And this is exactly what it'd be. Wouldn't it?
And I'm hoping for the same reaction that I had on the initial one with pellets, in that big one.
What, in a big one straight away? Or something?
I'm hoping for that, but with maggots.
Yeah.
But with it being maggots and the time of day, it should sustain a little bit more and I might be able to catch multiples.
Would it bother you if you started catching little babby fish on it?
Just depends what everyone else was catching.
Yeah.
I just want to catch fish.
It's difficult, isn't it, to go from catching them and then when you start catching little babby, but at the end of the day, you're putting something
It's
in
just
net.
topping up, yeah, because they've gone. So I've shook my maggots in,
Yeah.
shook me 10 maggots in, I've laid my rig out, big long line,
Yeah.
all about the fall.
Love it.
Yeah, and now I've started it, I'm going to feed an area. This one, the one that we always feed.
Yes.
Yeah, just by hand, just with, not like we do in the summer or when it's better and we're building it up. I'm going to throw 5 on it every now and again
Yeah.
on my short line for later on. So that maggot rig takes about 3 months to settle because it's so light. But it's what I'm doing, I'm nearly dobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just laying it in, and I'll have an area. So what I'd actually do with this, there we go.
Yeah, boy.
So it's something different. Yeah, it's an id or something.
This is the beauty of maggots, folks, right there. Everything's swimming.
Yeah, catch F, isn't it? Is
Love
it an id?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's an id, isn't it?
Or a skimmer.
No, it's an id.
That'd be a little poppadom.
I should really have set 2 rollers up, but I've been a bit lazy today.
Oh, he's a hybrid.
He's an hybrid.
Oh, go ahead,
Hybrid
lad.
id.
Yeah, boy. He's an icy bride.
Well, that's what we need in it. Non-selective, catch anything.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Topping up now,
I've
isn't
caught
it? Topping
one more
up.
silverfish than you did on this match in a silverfish match. That counts. In fact, I've definitely
No, I
caught more
caught
than
loads
Rich.
of silvers. It's Rich who didn't catch
Oh, is it
any. He
Rich that caught
didn't
no
he?
silvers?
All F1s in attention, yeah?
Yeah. There you go. And yeah, at this point is where I need to tell you to behave, because it's not a case of feeding that short line every cast. Chill, Winston. Yeah? It's
So
not
what-
one that you're going to catch 30 in the last
No.
2 hours on it.
Is
Yeah.
it? Have you got it on a time scale then? Have you like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, something?
Because we're going to assume I'm halfway through the match.
Yeah.
I've only just fed my first little bit there.
Yeah.
I might only feed it 4 or 5 times in the next hour with like 5 to 10 maggots.
Always
just
loose
a
feed for a
taste.
bigger area though, yeah?
Yeah, it's realistic expectations of what you're going to catch.
Right.
This time of year, 10 fish on it would be mega
Yeah.
on short line. I mean, bear in mind they're potentially going to be £2 a piece.
Yeah.
£10 is mega. I'm probably only fishing for £40, £50 if on a flipping amazing day. So same again, I'm still tapping them 8 to 10 pellets in.
Yeah.
That rig's horrendously not stable, but the fall is the important bit.
Yeah.
So it's really, really slow, really, really slow, really, really slow. And because it's maggots and it's different fish, they nail it and they swim out your peg. That's not what we want.
John? Or is it bait?
One or two there. I'm not double shipping for that. That can go all the way back. Tell me if I'm going to lose my pole, Rich. He's a good gin.
Go on the Goujons. So here's one then. How long would it be before you change something if you carry on catching them? Or again, you're just watching, if no one's catching anything, you stick with it?
I just want to catch fish.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It's that window now in between stockies finishing feeding
Yeah,
and original fish feeding.
right.
Yeah, there's always a window. It might be that I've got a dob.
Yeah,
I said we just didn't want to do that today.
yeah,
And dobbing off the bottom might mean I don't catch little diddy fish.
yeah.
But yeah, it's not about being aggressive. The thing not to do at this point is to try and feed them off.
So you won't pick catapult up?
No, not when it's like this.
Right.
Not that quick. Because if anything, at this time of year, by loose feeding, I'm going to fill my peg full of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't want to do that. Instead, what I'd be more inclined to do is move about and find some other fish.
Yeah.
Yeah? So maybe let all the little fish accumulate in that peg. Like, I'm not feeding enough for lots to happen. You know, better one.
Oh, that's lovely. That's
There's a
an
big fish.
Hey up. No, it's not.
What is it?
What's that, Jay, lad?
I don't know. Might be another hybridy weird thing. Shall I go for one hit again? I should definitely put 2 rollers on, being lazy.
That's a little stocky or something.
Might be. It wasn't erratic enough
No.
when I hooked it, was it?
Big roach, big
All right,
hybrid.
that's not in anyone's way.
Oh, what have we got?
What's he going to be?
Jay,
What are you going for?
Big hybrid.
Could be something weird, couldn't
No,
it?
it's a Carp or something, isn't it?
What is he?
Yeah, a little stocky.
Yeah, but he's a carp. He's a little
Oh, is it
baby
a little
carp.
ghosty one?
Yeah.
Oh, he's beautiful, him.
Different fishy. Look at him. He's the winner for today.
Oh, yes.
Look
Little
at
ghosty
that.
mirror.
Different.
Stunner. Hey,
Yeah.
that's right though, isn't it?
I put double
Sopping
maggot
up.
on then as well, just to avoid the little fish a little bit.
You put double on then?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
to
boy.
avoid the vermin. And yeah, see, nothing. 8 to 10 maggots every go. I feed that one this time. Same
Yeah.
again, just 10.
Nice.
It's not, it's just being gentle in it and ticking
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
As soon as you get aggressive, you end up with too much bait in your bag and they don't like it.
So is this
That'd be
potentially another line where once you die off a bit, you'd pick another, you put plummet back on and go and find somewhere else?
This is so much better than your pellets.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
they're-
it's maggot, it's a bait, innit?
Yeah, this just has more life in wherever you drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could start another line up further along the island. I could start one up long down that edge on it,
Yep.
as long as it's long and away from myself.
Yeah.
Maggots are so much better because they'll catch everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they've not got that speed that the pellets have got to start with,
Yeah.
but nothing has because it's only stockies that are doing that. Uh-oh. I'm going to give this one more chance. And then I think we've covered that enough for me to be happy with that one.
Yeah.
And I just
so then
want
we'll
to
be
end up
coming
on this
to,
one.
like, last 90 minutes, won't we?
Yeah, so I just keep plodding. You know what I mean? Catching these is just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to feed this time. I'm just going to go in and see if we can catch one. I think the more I feed, the more little fish are going to be on it, especially fishing to cover.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm catching these little tiddy fish, because it's the only cover on the lake. That's where they're going to be. Oh, I got a proper nipple on here. Winter's like here. This is it. That's like a northeasterly as well.
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's proper.
You can see that rig, see how slow it goes in.
lovely.
So I'm nearly dobbing, because none of them bites are coming over me bait.
No.
I'm just dobbing a flipping maggot pretty much. But
Potentially not much bait getting down there at all, is there? You know what I
probably
mean?
not, yeah. Out of 8 maggots, possibly none. And yeah, we're just going to fish that till we feel it's time. What I'd either be looking for now on my short line,
Yeah.
because that is obviously the next step. After multiple moves with maggots, where I fish 2 or 3 different pegs with maggots potentially. What am I on about? yeah, I want to be looking to go on that short line to spend the last little bit there.
So what you're saying, like 90, well, it's irrelevant time-wise, isn't it? But usually it's 90 minutes, but normally more than that, it's 40 minutes to an hour.
It could be. You just, for me, it's the same as edge fishing.
Yeah.
You're just watching everyone else. Yeah. As soon as someone's caught a couple, short, that's time to fish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And say venues are different as well. Some venues could flip in halfway through, you could catch on it. But as a rule, I want to look at what other people are doing. And as soon as the odd fish starts getting caught short, I do need a wee. Yeah, we go on it. So I'm going to catch one more on this because I can't see me float very well. We're not going to make a new line on this today. And I want to drop short, see if we catch one, but I want to talk about my rig a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit different.
Ew. Another little stocky.
Looks like it, doesn't it? He's
It's
pulling
proper, isn't it, this? I want to come and match on here.
Nice, isn't it? So whether we're catching stockies because I've not clattered them.
Yeah. And they're just finding your bait.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, yeah.
They're on it because I've not wiped them out on the other line.
Yeah.
So they might still be plenty about searching. He hasn't snagged me, has he? No. So I can unship at that now. Wow, I'm flipping freezing. What is this? Give me another carps. Oh,
there's
Andrew.
another one.
Andrew, look at him.
Oh, they are stunners, man. Look at the state. They're a good sized pound and a half, that, isn't it?
He's pounding a bit, isn't he? Look at that. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Imagine how angry they're going to be when they're like 5 or 6 pounds.
Oh, mate, look at them.
They're finding
He's yellow,
snags
isn't he?
and roots and everything. Beautiful.
But isn't it weird? I've caught different fish with a different bait.
Mint.
Yeah, they just want to eat them. They're a bit older then, they've been here a while, they'll know what maggots are. So that one's done.
Yeah.
We double about, I may have fished there, I may have fished there, I may have fished up there.
Yeah, just doing the same thing every time you pick a new spot.
Yes.
Do the same thing.
Yes. And last one, positive maggots, or getting bites. Because I've fed a line, because I fed me peg there.
Yeah.
It goes two ways with your rig. If it's utter rock bottom, and it sort of matters them seeing your bait falling through, I'd use that rig. Yeah, I'd use a 0.2, really delicate, really, really slow.
Yeah, yeah.
However, that's no good for catching quick fish.
Yeah.
Catching fish fast, quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they rock up in your peg late on. So I want a positive rig.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, not quite as positive as the pellet one, but this one's got a 0.5 float.
Yeah, it's still pretty.
Yeah, with 3 number 10s and 5 number 9s.
Yeah.
Just positive, it gets down, gets done quick.
It was Bagger who put this in my head. You know, I've always like this style of fishing, maggot fishing, bulk and droppers.
Yeah.
2 or 3 droppers, usually 3, and then Bagger's like bulk and 1 dropper with your bulk like 12. I think you covered, you touched on it as well years ago.
Yeah, get it down.
It. Just when you're on them, just get it down, job done. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You've got to work out what type of day it is, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And as soon as they start like pimping and you think it's going to be good, get a proper flipping rig.
What are you doing with a single maggot on this?
Double maggot.
Double maggot.
Have you seen a pimp then?
Oh, yes.
Have I? So I'm not going to feed because I want to see what's going on first. Yeah, I'm going to literally plop that rig in, hope that there's not 3 billion silverfish there because that's the issue today. Because I've rushed it.
Yeah.
It could have a peg full of little
really
fish.
Early. It's not even plumbing dinner time, is it? This should be like, what, half 1, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me not catching F1 on this now, and my peg might be full of them because I've done it too early, too quick. But you'll still get the gist of it. All I do want to do is drop that float down a little bit, maybe. No, I'm happy with it. No, I do. I want to dot it down a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've had 2 indications.
Yeah, Mum.
I've missed them. I'm not liking that.
I think it's small fish.
Yeah, I'm worried it is. Yes, that's not a good sign. And that is what happens literally if you're on it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It is little roach and rubbish fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the part. And feeding it at the wrong time creates that as well. You feeding it before anyone else often will drag all the little fish into your peg. Oh no, Andrew, this is bad.
But it's one of them. I said we're fast forwarding everything, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the only issue that we're having here. So I'll plod for it. Let me catch one and see what they are. I'm sure they're little goujons or something. Pretty sure it's that one of my maggots as well.
The way it's gone though, I think them stockies will find it though, wouldn't they?
Yeah, potentially. Not what we wanted. But what I do now, if I'd done this, what's that? I thought it was something weird then, little hybrid. Yeah, back in, I'm going to up my feed a little bit.
So never at any point would you put a pot on, Jay?
Maybe.
Right, okay.
Maybe to just centralise it a bit, because loose feeding might be bad. Well, that sun warms things up a little bit. So I'm just going to up that feed a little bit to make sure sun's getting down.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put 20 in. Yeah. Just to hopefully get a bit of bait down there. Because that bait I was feeding before.
You see that bubble?
Yeah, a bit shorter on it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a bloop. That's what I want to see in it on your short line. That's what you're looking forward to. If you start getting them single bloops, that is when they've arrived.
Get
the
ready
A-teamers.
I love that.
No, it's not looking
Bobby
good.
ones.
I feed again. I'm just having to feed heavy here to get some bait to the bottom because I don't believe it is. But that's just reading your peg, innit? That's because this peg is full of them. But it is there for a reason. It's because I fed it wrong, time-wise. You know what I mean? But I ain't sitting here till flipping 3 o'clock tonight.
Is that a nid?
It's a better one, different fish.
And there's another bubble there as well, J-Lad.
Was it?
Go on, Ids. Second best fish in the world, J-Lad.
You're saying everything's in it. I'm not. Oh, he is.
Oh, no, he's
not. Look at him.
He's a proper dom.
He's a breeze.
Neck. Oh, Jay.
Look at him. But that's it now. Bonus fish are feeding. So he's as big as my stockies were.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the next step in your matching, topping up, innit?
Yeah.
Topping up the weight.
So you'd never, you do it all in stages. You'd never revisit pegs and like keep a little bit of bait going in.
No.
Literally, once they're done, aren't they?
Done. There's nowhere else to go.
No.
You can't go back to your stocky line like
No,
we could today.
You've caught them all.
Yeah, they've gone. Everyone's caught them. They're all in people's nets, or they've backed off and they've had enough.
This is the one, and this is one of my favourite styles.
This is what you're waiting on happening at the end of the day. But you've got to get it right. You can't be giddy.
No.
And do that, feed it at the start of the match, thinking it's going to happen at the start of the match. It doesn't.
No.
Your match in the winter always has these 3 stages of quick beginning, often, then a lull, and you've got to scrap away doing whatever you've got to do, and then a good finish. 9 times out of 10, that's how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've just got to do it right to give yourself the best chance of making the most of each one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether it be dobbing instead of tapping maggots, or whether it's being really patient with pellets to begin with a tiny bit of bait to catch big uns. This is gone now. That skimmer was a
Go on,
size of him.
Go on, the Gaza. That's a big one.
It's a proper Gaza, isn't he? Proper Gaza. But yeah, I wouldn't be on this now. I'd be back. I think dobbing's the one, me, unfortunately, today. So the type of peg we're on with a bit of cover.
Is that what you'll be doing, dobbing on that cover?
Yeah. I don't know, because maggots was actually quite steady thinking about it.
Dobbing maggots or dobbing bread, Jay?
Either.
Either.
I think maggots are better for F1s these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't catch anywhere near as many maggots on bread.
I mean, this is just the time of day we're going on it now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all that's down to, isn't it?
Another 2 hours from now, it'd be like, flipping, get ready.
But it's unreal, isn't it, how it changes?
Oh, mate, yeah. I love it.
Because you go on this and it's like gudging.
Yeah.
And then one cat, your first one, you normally foul look it, don't you?
Yeah.
You foul look a big F1. And it's like, oh, right. And then the next cash you might up in the gob and it builds and just, it gets so much better. But you don't want to be wasting time on this now. I mean, if I'd have done this, I'd have been off it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd have caught me skimmer, got excited.
Yeah.
Gone back on it thinking, oh, maybe there's some big fish, but there's not.
No.
I have got a peg full of them. And I think there's a lot of them here because we've actually, while we were just redoing the cameras then, I've dropped my rig down here and I can catch one a chuck of these little diddy fish. So there's a lot of them in this area by the looks of it, which it's why they're all over me bait. But let me see if I can catch one more. I don't know if I flipped my maggots off then. Something happened, I think, because it shouldn't be sitting there like that if it's got a single one on. Oh, it did. Oh, that's a sign. Yeah, maybe I'll get away with it. That might mean there's one there, mightn't it? I haven't seen a bubble since we caught that skimmer, though, have you? So hopefully get bait down. And see, if I'd have put my little diddy rig on now, here we go.
We knew it, didn't you? You knew it was there.
If I'd have gone in on that little light rig, that 0.2.
Oh, no, buddy, that was a nid as well, Jay, lad.
It was. Like, actually was.
Buckets.
On my little light rig,
yeah,
it would never, ever, ever get to the bottom.
Wouldn't get down
in this case. Yeah, it's why you need potentially both, depending on the situation in it.
Yeah.
It literally would. It'd never get to the bottom, would it? You'd just catch a roach that big every single go. Let me see if I can nail one more.
You wouldn't even know what was in your peg, would you, with it like that?
So the positive one does get it down, no messing, and shows your bites up.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon that was a nid.
Yeah. I've called every fish a bloody id though so far, Jay.
Yeah, you're bound to get one right eventually. I don't know why it fell off. It all felt right. Oh, this is better. See, still again. This is what I want, is nothing to happen.
You almost want to wait there, don't you? Like a minute, 2 minutes, and then just go dink. Oh, Jamie, stop it!
It's
so
beautiful
good.
like this, isn't it?
So good. This is.
Nobody. Come on, one more. Last chuck. Gonna nail a decent fish on this one. And then with a bit of luck, I feel like that's showing everything nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
There's nothing else you do. I wouldn't fish any edges or things like that. Maybe deep down the edges on my maggots when I'm searching fish.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have an arrival in them sort of places. You're much more likely.
They're going to come here before they go into the edges, aren't they?
Of course they are. They're going to feed short, and on this line, far more before it. Don't get me wrong, different venues, they could feed in the edge. They would here potentially on a right warm day when it's good.
Yeah.
But it's that generic match that I'm trying to babble about, you know what I mean? That they're going to feed short most of the time.
Yeah,
Here
boy. Gives a go. Right, his last fish, folks. Officially my go. It's an id. You ended on an id.
If we end on an id, you can have a go.
He's got the ids feeding for me, folks. You on the ids?
He's not an id.
Is he not?
No way is
He's
it
still
an
eating your bait. It's a big id, that. No,
it's not an id.
It's not an id, folks. I've called it wrong every blooming... Is it? Is it an id?
We haven't had an id. Oh, it's the prettiest one of the day.
No way, is it ghosted?
It might even be orange.
Oh, Jamie! Look at
it.
the state of them. They are beautiful.
They're amazing. Isn't it weird how all them have come to maggots?
Oh, yeah. Look at them. Little ghosty mirror.
They are proper things, them, aren't they?
Stunners.
When they're £6, they're going to be absolutely ridiculous, aren't they?
Right, thanks for feeding up for me, Jamie. It is now my go. That's been
good.
mint, that, mate. Fair play.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame we haven't had an arrival of big F1, but it's just time. All that is time of day, isn't it?
That stamp of F1 he caught when you went onto this line over here, that's what you get there later on, isn't it?
Yeah, they're what are going to be there waiting for us. But hopefully that was a lovely example of a standard winter F1 match, isn't it?
Get off. Come on, my go. Amazing, Jay.